Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Chris Marie, and Happy New Year. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the astrology for the entire week. We're starting strong on January 1st, all the way through the 7th for all signs, and of course, take a look at the tarot card reading. If you're joining me now, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. Interaction definitely helps this channel, and thank you so much for a wonderful 2023. I plan on being more consistent on the weekly readings, the live sessions, and of course, getting you those messages that you guys need so much. So let's go ahead and get started and start right on to the astrology and look at what is going to be anticipated for this upcoming year. Now, we do have the moon in Virgo, and it is starting off real strong, that Earth-like energy, home of Mercury. And we also have Mercury retrograde going direct. So we have truth messages, heart truths that are coming to the surface, and we are realizing what we're going to do with it, right? We're not just talking about it. We're not just complaining about it. We're not just acknowledging it. Now we're going to put that energy into action. We also have Jupiter going direct. So there's a lot of opportunities and a lot of benefit and rewards of staying positive and staying towards the game. So let's go ahead and take a look at a closer dive into it for each astrological sign. And if you're joining me now, let me know what your sign is. I'd totally appreciate it. So thank you guys. I'm going to go ahead and try something new. As you can see, it's a little bit different here. And I want you guys to focus on the cards. I got a little half and half. Some of you guys like watching me. Some of you guys like watching the cards as well. So we're going to do a little half and half and see how it goes. So we have the moon in Virgo, and it's starting off pretty strong. We just had the full moon December 26th, 27th, and it was a releasement, right? It was a set of boundaries, and there was a lot of dissatisfaction, okay? Dissatisfaction in a sense of emotional balance and where you want to put it. So here we are in 2024, going to make something of this energy, right? We want to do something of this energy. So right now, the moon is in Virgo in the 5th house. So it is creative activity. Everybody is thinking about what they're going to do, making their plans, and of course, trying to put some harmonious action into their manifestations. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. Since we have Mercury going direct, we have Jupiter going direct, we have a lot of clarity, harsh truths, okay? And it doesn't mean bad news. I want you to understand that. Harsh truths doesn't mean bad news. It just means that you understand what is happening in the situation, and it's up to you to do something about it. What are you going to do about it? How are you going to manifest it? Are you going to carry that energy forward into 2024, or are you going to change and pivot and allow it? So a very special treat to you guys. Thank you so much. I'm going to get these cards shuffled. I'm going to get the energy here. And if you would like to get a reading with me, you can click on that link that is down below, or go to my website, moongirltarot.com, for a session online or in person. I'm located in Pueblo West, Colorado. Okay, I'm going to get these shuffled. I'm going to double check, since we're on the live stream, I'm going to double check the chat. How are you guys doing? Hi, hey, everybody seems really happy. Happy New Year. Thank you so much for joining. I want to keep that up there so I can see it. All right, got my coffee. You guys know it. Starting off strong. And I'm feeling better too. I'm not coughing as much, but we'll see how that goes. Clear my throat. So the overall energy when I was meditating is all about caring connections, love. All right, the Cancer-like energy, that full moon energy is still very true with us. All right, here we go. So we're going to do a full spread for each astrological sign. And I love this, and I want to keep doing this every week. So to help encourage me, right, please watch these videos, like these videos, share these videos, and come back later in the week and tell me how this is going to work for you. Okay, so let's start with Aries, Sun, and Rising. Let's go ahead and take a look at your overall theme, okay? I'm going to show you how I'm going to start doing this and how you can follow along. So we're going to pull an overall theme for the week. Aries, Sun, Aries rising, overall theme. Okay. So Aries, we have walking away, okay? And it's home number 27. So that is really a Leo-like energy. This is expressing an outward stuff. So Aries Sun and Aries rising, we're starting off the year making a decision, okay? So the overall theme is walking away from something, okay? Walking towards something, making a choice and making a decision. And it looks like boundaries have been set. Maybe somebody didn't keep your boundaries. Maybe something is changing and there is an actual move. So let's go a little bit further, Aries. That is the theme for the week. You are walking away from something. You are changing something. You're evolving, okay? So let's take a look at your Earth sector. Aries, let's take a look at your place of work. All right, let's take a look at your wealth. And the first card that comes up is the Hangman reverse. So it does show you out of a situation. It shows you not being stuck into something. And yes, moving towards something. So Aries, immediately we do have movement. You know, it definitely confirms the overall theme. There is things that are transforming and moving around. And when it comes to your Earth sector, when it comes to your work and finance, there are things that are changing. You're out of a situation. You're going into something else. Okay, now let's look at your air sector, your communication. All right, the communication with yourself and others. Let's look at the air quality. And Aries, immediately you get the star card. So better communications, not just with yourself, but with other people. So I really see Aries, Sun and rising, you're manifesting fresh energy. You're walking away from the old and you're stepping into a new situation, a new job, a new relationship. You're really starting to play on out. Okay. Aries, let's look at your passions. Let's look at your fire sector. Okay. Things that, you know, that you are personally going through or your love. All right. So let's take a look. So Aries. Okay, Aries. So you are definitely balancing out these passions. You want more than one thing, okay? Or one more than this person, okay? Aries Sun and Aries rising, I feel like you don't know where to balance this energy. So when it comes to passions, your passions are definitely flustered. They're definitely focused on the energy of right now. And no wonder that you might seem very fleeting, that you might want to like go, you know, or the energy of walking away because it's coming at you extremely, extremely fast. All right, Aries, let's look at your emotional sector. Let's look at your water. Let's look at emotionally what you're holding on to. What are you saying or not saying? What is holding true to you, Aries? And we have the 7 of Rods. So Aries, this week, you are really celebrating change. You are really celebrating separating yourself from your job, from people, from your attitude, right? Like let's just face it, Aries. There's some things even about yourself that you're just like sick of it. And you're really overcoming that energy this week. So you're making a choice this week, Aries. You're walking away from someone, from something, and you're changing up how you apply your energy of wealth. You know, you're not saving, you're spending. I see you spending money. I see you packing. I see you allocating. I see you working towards the future at the end of the week. And at the end of the week, Aries, I see that you're going to obtain what you wanted. So if this week starts off pretty busy and you're just like, I don't know where this is going to go, I think it's going to be just fine, Aries. I think things are going to turn out just okay. I'm going to move the camera up a little bit, see if y'all can see. All right, so let's go on to the next sign. Thank you guys for watching, and I will bookmark this video a little bit later for those who are jumping in and want to get to their sign, and you can always cross watch. Okay, so let's go on to the next sign. Let's go to Taurus. Taurus Sun and Taurus Rising. Let's look at your week, and definitely come back Sunday, comment on this video, and let me know, like, how do things turn out? You know, and you can always use this video as a guide to kind of help you throughout the week. Okay. All right, Taurus. So we have all this stuff changing in the universe. We have Mercury, communication, going direct. We have Jupiter, the planet of abundance and expansion, going direct. So we're starting to have things working for us, right? But we're still in that little niche of energy where it feels like nothing is moving, right? So let's look at the overall energy for you, Taurus. Let's see what we got. The first thing that we have here is yin and yang. So Taurus sun and Taurus rising, this overall week, this theme is about balance. It's about beauty. It's about Venus. And it's about being a little bit more gentle to yourself, okay? And kind of like putting all the pieces in together here for you. Okay, Taurus, enough of looking at me. Let's look at you a little bit closer and let's find out what's going to be coming up for your Earth sector, your work, your finance, your money, the things that you earn, right? The things that are tangible, Taurus. And you tell me, guys, if you like how I read. Okay, so Taurus sun and Taurus rising, the first card that I have for you is the Page of Swords. So when it comes to work, when it comes to finance, we're still investing, we're still allocating this money. I feel like you're waiting for a check. You're waiting for somebody else to pay you, okay? This is what it kind of feels like. You're waiting for like either that bill or that increase, like you knew there was going to be increase. And if anything, that's what I see, Taurus. So when it comes to wealth, when it comes to finance this week, I feel like you are going to be spending money, right? You're going to be spending money on things that are kind of coming up, and you're going to be a little like hasty about it. I mean, nobody wants to spend money on like things, but if you have a little extra cash, hold on to it, Taurus, because there is going to be a spike increase in your finance, not for you receiving, but it taking from you. It will balance it out later on. Remember this. This is the overall theme. But as of right now, things are going to be coming at you and needing your financial attention. But hopefully at the later of the week, it will balance out there for you. Okay. All right. Let's look at your communications. Let's look at your communication to yourself and to others. Mercury retrograde, it went direct. Let's see what this means for you. Taurus, I'll get you a little bit closer there. Okay. So Taurus, so what I have there is the Two of Rods. Okay. And what this means with communication, this means that we're almost letting go of someone. So this person is holding on to the full moon, and we just had the full moon in Cancer, and the Cancer is all about boundaries and other people. So Taurus, this week, I feel like you're not going to get the communication, right? It's going to be released. If anything, you are going to be the person reaching out, expressing how you feel to this person. If anything, letting go and having forgiveness, okay? And I feel like this is going to do wonders because, again, we're talking about karma here. Number 22, relationships, balances, beauty, Venus, everything. So whatever you're releasing, you're going to get back, Taurus. Whatever is going to increase and take from your pocketbook is going to put back into it, is what I really feel here. All right, let's look at your fire sector. Let's look at your passions, your love, what's going on in the background. Are you motivated, demotivated this week? Let's see what comes up for this. And yeah, I see that here. So you're going to be a little demotivated because you're spending money. It's the first of the year, Taurus. You're known to save money. You're known to save it and like spend it with when you want it. And right now it feels like you're forced to spend money, right? You're forced to have this taken from you, but still, Taurus, hold on. You're going to get this energy back, okay? You're going to get this energy back, but I feel that you are going to be frustrated. So if you come back later this week and you're like, Kristen, oh my gosh, you're right. All these expenses are coming up. I'm so glad I watched your video and I didn't spend, that extra $100 I got for Christmas. It came in handy. You see what I'm saying? All right. Emotionally, Taurus, sun and rising. Let's take a look and see what you're going through emotionally this week. And there it is. You're balancing yourself out. It's a lot more stable energy. There you are, Taurus, Queen of Pentacles, upright. And then by the end of the week, emotionally, you're going to be okay. You're going to notice how things are at peace, things are at ease. and you're finally getting all of this energy back to you. Love it. All about the balance there for you. Okay, let's go on to the next sign, and we're going to do Gemini Sun and Gemini Rising. Hi, everybody. If you're just joining me now, I'm Chris Marie. I'm a psychic medium, and I read based off real-time astrology. So I'm going to be taking you this year, 2024, week by week. And if you like this, please help encourage it. Like the video, share the video. Let me know you like this, and I can keep going with this theme. All right, so let me drink some more coffee, and let's move on to Gemini Sun, and Gemini Rising. Hello. Here we go. Get the shuffle there. Okay, Gemini, let's look at your overall theme. Come out. All right, so Gemini, strategy. Okay, so we're looking at contracts. We're collaborating. We're building new connections, establishing and strengthening older connections. Okay, so this whole week, Gemini, you have a plan. You're strategizing. So let's fine tune it and find out what is going to kind of come out of what you're working on this week. Okay. All right, Gemini. So let's take a look at your Earth sector. Let's look at your work, your finance. Are you strategizing with this? Okay, yeah, Page of Rods reverse. Now you are, okay, when it comes to work, you are definitely doing something a little bit differently. You're going to follow a little bit more acute of your passions, meaning you're still doing what you're doing, slightly a little bit different, and you do want more people on your team, okay? So that's what you're thinking about. You're thinking about collaborations. You're thinking about putting yourself in there and out there, okay? It's not just about you anymore, and you understand that. And you're stretching it out there, and it really feels strong, like it's like fire, like it's going to pay off, okay? By you giving a little bit grace, it's really going to pull forward. Okay, so let's look at your communications, Gemini. You are an air sign. Let's see what's really coming at you directly. Okay, so there are some things weighing heavily in communication. You know, this card comes up, Four of Cups, when we talk about the past, when we talk about love, when we talk about communications, when things, or maybe you wanted to hear something from someone, or maybe you didn't get the communication you were looking for that New Year's Eve. You know what I'm saying? But there is that like a harsh truth that has to deal with somebody else, something else, and where you fit with that. Okay, Gemini? So maybe it's not, maybe you want to be closer to someone and something, and it's just not happening, but it's a miscommunication. It's a miscommunication thing. So whatever it is, or whoever you're wanting to talk to, give it a second chance. Give it a second chance. Because if anything, they would appreciate the second chance from you as well. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. We got Earth, Air, and Fire. Passions, Gemini. Let's take a look and see in the love sector and in passions, what's going on. So I have the Justice card reverse, and when this comes up for love, a lot of people think immediately, oh no, we're breaking up, and not necessarily. So if you are a coupled person, this is coming up as more of a compromise, more of balancing with your partner, more of going into the new year, again, strategy, and trying to not just to make them happy, but really try to make yourself happy without making yourself crazy, right? There's a lot of things that you feel that you're giving away versus you're getting back and receiving, but I really feel like if you strategize this a little bit more, not just in your benefit, but equal benefit, and I see where it's going, then we'll have a better balance. I also see legality, legal things. I'm not a lawyer and not providing legal advice, but I do see that there is something that is going to need your second attention. Again, a compromise strategy, depending on where you at in this week, give it a closer look before you basically compromise, before you sign, before you agree to your partner. Now, single Gemini Sun and Gemini Rising, I feel like you're dealing more of the contract legality side, more of that strategy side, and seeing where you're going to put yourself in that kind of partnership, okay? All right, Gemini, your water, your emotions, okay? How you're feeling this week. You got the High Priestess reverse, and this indicates, giving it a second chance, strategizing, putting yourself there, and kind of embracing your shadow work, embracing your intuition, but altering it a little bit, right? This card comes up. This is like accepting. This is acknowledging it. This is seeing the truth, and you already know the truth. You've had the truth, but you're not too sure about it, right? So again, you're strategizing, and just be truthful with yourself, be truthful with your heart, and it will definitely help you and set you free. All right, let's go on to the next sign. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for watching. And we're going to go on to Cancer, Cancer Sun and Cancer Rising. And let's go ahead and pick up the overall theme. Clear out my throat there. Whew. And if you like this setup, let me know. I appreciate you guys. Nice way to watch. All right, so Cancer, Cancer Sun, Cancer Rising. Let's look at your overall theme for this week coming up. Okay. All right, so we have deceit. All right, Cancer, let's look into this. So when this card comes up, this usually means that you're not necessarily being lied to, but you might be lying to somebody else. And look at that. We got broken heart kind of sneaking up there. All right, Cancer, let's find out what's going on with you this week and fine tune it. All right, Cancer Sun and Cancer Rising, when it comes to your Earth sector, what's going on with work? Okay, I see what this means. When it's Six of Pentacles reverse, so when it comes to your job, when it comes to your work, when it comes to what's happening there is something that is being deceived to you. It's supposed to be an equal energy exchange. You're expecting wealth, you're expecting a check, you're expecting an increase. However, I feel like you're not getting that. I feel like truthfully deep down that they really like you being available, but they're not going to pay you for your availability, your expertise. So if anything, Cancer, when it comes to your work and finance, I really think that you understand that your work might be done there, okay? And it's something a little bit better that way. All right. When it comes to your communications, it's coming out fast. When it comes to your communications, your air, communications to yourself and to other people, Cancer, we have the Ace of Cups reverse. And this really comes out as of like, you really are being very harsh on yourself, harsh on other people. This comes up when there's like anger, dissatisfaction, when you feel unloved, when you feel lost. So there's a lot of communications and harsh truths that I feel like that you're not seeing the golden cup, right, Cancer? I feel like you have all of these good energy coming your way, but all you see is everything is spilling over, basically. So Cancer, when I read this card out, this card is of beauty. This card is of excellence. But if anything, I feel like you're lying to yourself, Cancer. I feel like you're not being appreciative. And I feel like, if anything, all you're seeing is the golden cup upside down, if that makes sense, okay? Now, I know that's a little harsh truth, but that's just what's coming there through. Now, for your fire, your passions, your love sector, Cancer Sun and Rising, I got the 10 of Rods. And this represents that there is a lot of hardships and you're being, again, that harsh energy, okay? And when it comes to your passions, when it comes to your love, you're moving here forward, but there's a lot of things that are weighing you down, okay? Weighing you down. So I even feel, and this card comes up, a lot of people will say, well, am I on the right path? Yes, you're on the right path, Cancer, but your head is down. And that is the thing that I've noticed in this, Cancer, is that you're in this situation, You're in this energy, and by all means, there are some not so great things about it, but there's some wonderful things about your life, Cancer, but you're not looking at them. You're not looking at them. You're not embracing the good things about your life. You're focusing and taking on the hardships more than anything, okay? So this week, you're being very hard on yourself, Cancer, Cancer Sun and Cancer Rising, and it's almost like you're refusing to see what's around you. Again, the deceit is coming more within than the outside. Last but not least, Cancer, let's see if we can get something for you at the end of the week. Your emotional sector. Let's take a look and see, are you going to pull yourself on top, or is it just a tough week? Okay, that's a lot better there for you. All right, Cancer. So forgiveness is definitely on the menu at the end of the week. We have the 5 of Swords reverse, okay? So by the end of the week, and when it comes emotionally, you are going to be asking for forgiveness, be offering forgiveness, and seeing the better picture. So there is change here. There is that positive number of 5 that does represent that things are physically going to change for you emotionally once you allow all of that stuff to happen. All right, Cancer, I'm wishing you a good week. Come back and check with it, and things will be better by the end of it as they go. Okay, Leo Sun, Leo Rising. Let's go ahead and take a look at your overall theme going forward into this week. And thank you guys so much for watching the video. Okay, so Leo, Sun, and Rising, we got adjacent possibilities. So Leo, I really see for the overall theme, there's going to be one door shutting and another door opening. There's going to be one opportunity going to the next. If anything, it feels a little chaotic, but we'll see what happens closely this week. Let's go ahead and find out for your work and finance, your earth sector. When it comes, Leo, we have the Queen of Swords. So you are waiting for a job, or you're waiting for something to turn up. And as of right now, you're not happy. You're not happy where you are at work, and that's okay. That communication, you're almost waiting for, again, somebody else, something else to kind of let you know how this year is going to go. I think you already know where you stand into that. And if anything, it's just giving me all this anxious energy. Now, your communications, Leo, your communications to yourself and communications to other people. We have the 5 of Cups. So there is, again, forgiveness. There is you moving around, but it's also you admitting the truth. It also represents, being caught, Leo, okay? I see another 5. So this also represents if you have children, other things happening with them and little mischief. But there's mischief going around when it comes to communication, Leo. And you might not be so honest. And again, you're probably just trying to find a way out to another way out. If anything, be patient. But it feels like there's a lot of things rushing here, okay? All right. Now, for your fire sector, your passions, we have the High Priestess, okay? So there is a lot of things that you're coming into this midweek. You're going to be, I want to do this. I'm going to have a lot of energy. So your energy is going to be extremely, extremely high, Leo, and you're going to be taking it from one place to another. So that definitely explains this energy where you're going to be like, okay, it doesn't stop here. I'm going to keep on going. Okay, just be careful of the cleanup, right? Be careful of where you go through and who you go through while you're blazing through this week. And emotionally, your water sector, okay, Leo, Sun and Rising. Let's take a look and see what's that for you. And you come up immediately. So it is very strong. So even though you start off this week not knowing what you're going to do, where you're going to do, who you're going to be with, at the end of the week, you have a better understanding about who you are and what you want, okay? And it seems that you're going to take that energy further and definitely manifest something of it. That's some good energy right there for you. All right, let's go on to the next sign. We're almost halfway there. We're going to be doing Virgo Sun and Virgo rising. And if you ever want to know, what that means, I do professional astrology reports, private psychic reading, candle spell sessions. You can go to my website, moongirltarot.com, or click on that link below. All right, Virgo, let's go ahead and take a look at your overall theme that is coming up for this week. All right, Virgo sun and Virgo rising. Virgo, we have the angel of love. I love this for you. So this week's theme is all about love. Now, this is definitely love in a sense of passionate love. This is love of yourself. And overall, this is a very beautiful, beautiful card, a card of feeling love and having all of that compassion forward. So let's take a look a little bit further this week. Virgo, your earth sector, your work and finance. Let's go ahead and let's take a look and see what we got right there. So we have the Three of Pentacles, and that definitely represents you, that you're building your wealth, you're working towards it. Hey, I'm a Virgo, the first of the year, right? Starting the live reading. You're motivated. And that's that good energy taking you forward. So if you're wondering at your work and finance, are you at the right place? Yes, Virgo, you are. Keep working at it. Keep showing up. All right, your communications with self and others. Your air sector, Virgo, let's take a look and see what might be coming through. Now, we have the Five of Pentacles reverse, okay? When it comes to communications with other people, it does represent that somebody is coming to you, come and tell them the truth, right? So there was a lie, okay? The full moon revealed all these secrets, and there was something that was lingering behind, and it's true. You're going to get communications that is going to change the future, change where you live, change how you see things, change how you see that person, okay? So that communication through the middle of the week is going to be a big old surprise and a big old shock, okay? So come back in the week, let me know. Hopefully it's not too crazy. And what was the big communication that kind of like reset everything? And I feel like it's going to be a good reset. It's not going to be a bad reset, but it's going to be a good one. Okay, let's take a look at your passions, your fire, your love. There's a lot of love here, right? And we have the King of Pentacles. So we do have that Virgo masculine energy, and it is getting rewards. It is being on top of this energy, okay? So this is showing family. I see family coming in. I see love. I see passion. I see stability. Virgo, this is going to be a great week for you, especially if you're visiting family or if you're extending it out to, extended family. I mean, family is going to be there for you. This is a beautiful week of love, abundance, and even whatever this truth is, whatever this shocker is, it does good for you. It's a reward, okay? Now, emotion, let's take a look at your water, Virgo, sun and rising. Let's take a look and see what emotionally is coming through. Oh, and I love it, right? We have the Four of Rods. So Virgo, we have love, we have passion, motion, okay? We have, clarity, we have union, reunion. Oh, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So coupled Virgos, I see you guys getting closer. Single Virgos, I see you snuggling up. It really is. Don't you love how that turns out? Let me know if you like how I'm reading, if you like this weekly spread. I'll keep doing this here for you. But I love how it all matches up. We're going to start the week, the theme with love, passion, work, focusing on what we can control, and really end it with the unity of love and family. I love that for you, Virgos. Okay, let's go on to the next sign. Libra sun and Libra rising. Let's go ahead and take a look for you. Let's give this a good shuffle as well and find out what is your overall theme. You're welcome. I love that. Yes. All right, Libra sun and Libra rising. We have contract, the number 6, which holds a Virgo. So Libra, we do have a lot of planning, legality, okay, contract signing, purchasing. So let's take a look and see what's going to be fine-tuned for your week. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Let's get that a better shuffle. I was just kind of falling out. All right, Libra, for your work, your Earth. Okay, yeah, Two of Cups upright. So Libra, Sun, and Libra rising. When we have the Two of Cups coming up for our wealth, our Earth sector, and our finance, and we're talking about contracts, the overall theme, yeah, I feel like you're going to get a raise. I feel like you're going to be pulled aside and ask for more responsibility. I feel like, Libra, when it comes to work, you're going to be accepting that job. So if you applied for a job before the new year, you're going to be getting a phone call saying, yes, we want you, join our company, come together. I feel that the project that you're working for, if you are, working on a certain project for your company, that it's going to be accepted. Like if you're working on a grant, Libra, a lot of good things for your work that is coming here through. Now, communications, okay, to yourself and other people. 10 of Pentacles reverse, okay? So you are going to get communications about family, and I think it's going to be more of like rescheduling when it comes to the contract. So this week is going to be a busy week. You might be getting rescheduled or rescheduling when it comes to appointments, doctor's appointments, things, Libra, you're joining all the way in and you're making sure everybody's got their, tooth cleaning, et cetera, and you might be a little derailed communication by the week, but I feel like you'll be flexible nonetheless. Let me know, come back and tell me how many times you had to reschedule something, right? All right, when it comes to your fire, when it comes to your passions, love, let's take a look and see what we have. We have the Queen of Rods upright. So Libra, we do have a lot of passions. We have a lot of sultry-like energy. We have you really coming into your own power. And I love that for you. You really are just seeing what more can do for you. You're looking into more beauty regimes. You're looking into more like beauty steps. You see what I'm saying? You're wanting to take your outer personality, your outer beauty into more of your inner hands. Love that. Love that. Let's take a look at your emotions, your emotional self. And by the end of the week here, Libra, we have the Hangman reverse. So any kind of worry or anxiety, again, the contract, the things that you were just so wondering, is it going to happen? It is going to happen. You are moving forward. Things are manifesting, and it is getting a lot better. So definitely jump back through the week, Libra, and comment below and let me know, hey, how did it all turn out? Okay, we're going to go ahead and go to the next sign. We have Scorpio, Scorpio Sun, and Scorpio Rising. Thank you guys so much for liking this video, sharing this video. Interaction really helps me out, really helps put me through. And I hope to keep these strong every Monday here for you in doing these videos. So you can start the week, know what's coming ahead, and check back. All right, Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Rising. Let's look at your overall theme for the week that we have. Okay, so we have the Magician and the Mirror. So we have things in limbo. We have things manifesting. It's almost like a balance between love and hate, good and bad, right? Karmic week, okay? So let's take a look and find out what actions, since everything is moving forward, Mercury is direct, Jupiter is direct, what are you doing with this direct energy? Okay, Scorpio, let's take a look and see what are your plans of action. That's kind of a big thing that's coming here through. All right, so your Earth, your wealth, your work and finance, Scorpio, let's take a look and see what's happening with that. We have the Devil card, okay. Immediately, I was telling you guys about karma. So we have the Capricorn-like energy. So this definitely represents hardships at work. This definitely represents something that you feel like you're being overworked, maybe underpaid. Maybe the things happening throughout for the new year is not being promised, okay? So you're seeing the balance of what is supposed to happen and what is supposed to give. And you're wanting to do something with it, right? So you might be changing your job, working it up, or asking for more money, right? Versus less responsibility, because you've already been doing it. You just want to get paid for it. Now let's take a look at your communications with yourself and other people, Scorpio, we have the Queen of Cups reverse. So when it comes to communications, and we have you here, it's a feeling of not being satisfied, right? Not feeling like, not being unloved, but feeling like disappointed, right? When it comes to the communications, it sounds like somebody hurt your feelings, or if your feelings are hurt a little bit through the middle of the week, but it feels like it's going to be solved by then. Let's take a look at your passions a little bit further. And if you ever want to go an extended reading, definitely purchase a session. Okay, so for your fire, we have your passions. We have the 10 of Cups. So we have the focus on family. We have the focus of joining that family and combining that family for this week. So manifesting in karmic and having that coming through, that's a wonderful energy there for you, Scorpio. Let's take a look at your emotions, your love, the energy with that. And we have the 7 of Pentacles. So this is a very good grounding energy. So it only feels like work is the only thing that is like unsettled, that is the drama that's kind of happening. And maybe that is emotionally kind of putting you outside. Maybe you're not getting the best communication at work. But other than that, your home life, your family life is really good. You feel very appreciative. You feel very whole about it. So whatever emotional thing that happens through the middle of the week, it's probably going to figure itself out by then. Okay. All right. Let's go to Sagittarius. Sagittarius Sun and Sagittarius Rising. Let's take a look at your week ahead, your overall theme. And thank you guys so much. If you like how this is set up, keep watching, Sharon. Okay, Sagittarius. So we have happy family. Okay, so we have a beautiful card for this whole week. This whole week is focusing on joining the family, setting boundaries, loving. Okay, lots of loving energy. So let's get a little bit further. It looks like you're starting off the week awesome, fully loved and supported. So for your work and wealth and finance, we have the Page of Swords upright. We have aggressive workload coming. Okay, so you're going to be definitely very busy at work. A lot of people are going to be asking you to do this, to take on this responsibility. You're going to be a little grim about it, but it's not going to, it's going to pay off a little bit later. If anything, work is going to be extremely aggressive. Now, communications with yourself and other Sagittarius, you got the Queen of Cups upright. There is going to be good news. There is going to be good energy and good satisfaction. Of course, you're going to be heavily supported by your loved ones and manifesting, marriage, love, family, coming here for you, Sagittarius. It's a really, really good energy. Now, your fire sector, this is where you feel most comfortable here, Sagittarius. We have the Hierophant upright. So you're definitely on the spiritual path this week. You really feel like you're divinely guided. You're going to be seeing a lot of signs, a lot of 111, 444, and 777 to kind of showcase that you really are on that spiritual path. This is a really good read. All right, Sagittarius, for emotions, we have the 5 of Pentacles upright. So emotionally speaking, even though things are going well, even though you're on this spiritual, journey of embracing and love and change, you are a little weary of it, right? You're almost kind of like doubtful, but nonetheless, you are having a great week. You deserve this week, and how you can turn this into a positive, okay? All right, let's go on to the next sign. Let's go to Capricorn. Capricorn Sun and Capricorn Rising. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. Let's look at your overall theme. Capricorn Sun and Rising. Capricorn, you got the 6th chakra, okay? And you got an angel, and this is Metatron. So when this comes up, this is definitely speaking an angel of action, okay? Trusting your intuition this week, okay? It's all about your intuition, your third eye this week, okay? All right, let's take a look and find out what you need to trust throughout the following. When it comes to your wealth, your earth sector, your work and finance, Capricorn, we have the 8 of Rods. So you are changing jobs, or you've been changing jobs, but that is okay. You're just finding your niche and finding where you're most passionate about. And when it comes to this week, you really feel like you are trusting the path that you're on. And the path is change. It is 8 of rods. It is only secret to you, and it does represent other people's money. So if you're presented, Capricorn, to, join another company, have a side job, have something else, there is more of that coming there for you, okay? But it's allocation. You might even get a job offer somewhere else, all right? Let's take a look at your communications with yourself and others. We have the death card. Yeah, we have another 8, okay? So communication is being, a secret, but not so much a secret. This is going to be communication of money, of change, of other people's resources. Are you going to take it, right? Or are you going to leave it there? That's the biggest thing. And no one can tell you yes or no. It's only very intimate to you, Capricorn. Right? Now, your passions, your fire, your love. Let's take a look and see what's going on there. We have the Knight of Cups. So our Capricorn, you are in love. You are feeling that passion and love. It's very flirty-like energy, and you're feeling very supportive with yourself and other people. Trusting that person and trusting that energy. Let's take a look at your emotions, okay, with yourself and others throughout this week. You have the 4 of Rods reversed. So it feels like, Capricorn, that you are in a third-party relationship. I'm just going to call it as it is. You're with somebody, but you're in love with somebody else. You got to be honest. There's a lot of things. Trust your intuition when it comes to what you truly want and who you truly desire, okay? All right, Aquarius. We got 2 more signs left. Aquarius Sun and Aquarius Rising. Let's look at your overall theme. Aquarius, we got love for you as well. It's going to be a week of love. Let's take a look, Aquarius, for your Earth sector. Okay, when it comes to your work and finance, all right, you're not feeling the love at work, okay? You're not feeling the strength at work. If anything, you're thinking about you're in love with something else. You're in love with a different job. You're in love with a different passion, and you want to change your job, okay, Aquarius? I feel that. Let's look at your communications, Aquarius, with yourself and other people. Your communications are good. We have the Ace of Cups upright. So there is that love. There is that supportive. Aquarius, you are in love. If anything, you're so in love that you're wanting to change and make change right now. That's really big. That's big news. It's a big week for you. Big week for you, Aquarius. Okay. Let's take a look at your passions with yourself, others, and what's going on. We have the King of Cups. So when it comes to love, it's really about focusing on yourself. It's really about manifesting somebody and something closer. And it isn't really about enjoying your own time, Aquarius. Now, you are in love, and this could be awesome with another person, but you're just happy, okay, when it comes to your passions. You're just happy with just the moment as it is. Not bad. Let's take a look at your emotional state, too. Excuse me. We got 2 things that pop up. Let's just put them back in there. Fine tune that energy. There you go. So a lot of love, a lot of water, a lot of emotions. So the only thing that I see that is not the best of energy is at work, right? But you can change that. Everything else when it comes to communications, people with yourself, you're telling yourself good things, Aquarius. You're passionate, you're in it, you're having a good week, and emotionally, you're happy, and you're going to see where it's going to take you. So this is good for you. Check back and let me know. Okay, last but not least, we have Pisces, Pisces Sun, and Pisces Rising. Pisces, let's take a look, see what that's for you. Oh, let's jump back in there. We're getting down to the end of the sign. Pisces, 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 there it is. Pisces, you got journey, okay? So let's take a look at this journey that you're thinking about embarking on or taking on for the new year, okay? For your work sector, work and finance, or maybe if you don't have a job, maybe you're a student. But let's take a look, Pisces, and find out what's going on there. So when it comes to work and finance, we got the 10 of Rods. So there's a lot of things that are moving forward, but you're not you're when it comes to this card, you're not looking at the whole picture. You're just focused on what's happening. You're focusing on the hardships, and you're not focusing on what can be better. So when it comes to your work and finance, you want more. You want easier work, right? But if the work is not getting easier, if anything, later on the light will low. Just think about it. Maybe you don't want that class. Maybe you don't like that job, Pisces. Maybe you don't like that responsibility. That's okay. You could change it later in the week. All right, Pisces, your communications with yourself and others. Let's see what communications are coming through. Okay, so we have the Five of Swords. So we do have somebody coming back probably after Mercury goes direct here and being more truthful with you, more honest with you, and telling you that they really need more of your showcase of your skills coming here forward, okay? So there is going to be an aha moment or some good news coming in the middle of the week in a form of communication. All right, let's go to your passions. Love, let's take a look. Pisces, Sun, and Rising. You got the Four of Pentacles. So you're being very reserved when it comes to love. Even with your partner, even if you're single, right? You're really keeping to yourself when it comes to your passions. You're not showcasing or sharing. If anything, you're being very intimate. You're reading this week. You're drawing this week, Pisces. You're keeping to yourself. If anything, your social meter is definitely down. And that's okay. If anything, I see you as recharging. All right. Your emotional sector, your how you feel and what's going to be going on emotionally throughout the end of the week. We have the Knight of Swords, okay? So it is a little up and down, right? You're starting in this overall theme with this journey, and you are on this theme of journey. If anything, I want you to understand that things are not set in stone. They're not permanent. And you're understanding that with the communication that's coming through, communications from others, forgiveness, and where you want to be in the energy. If anything, Pisces, take this week as a recharge for sure. Well, all right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me for all signs through January 1st, 2024 through January 7th of 2024. Oh my gosh, Happy New Year. And I hope to bring you weekly tarot card readings, these psychic readings each week, each Monday, so you can see what's going on and definitely comment and see what's back. Again, if you love this video, if you like this reading spread, comment, like this video, share this video, help support as engagement really helps me forward. Well, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you, and I'll see you again soon. Happy New Year.